$5 for plastic bags at Coles. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee because, well, this is not a surprise at all what we're going to look at here. This is Coles. They're just trialing a ban on soft plastic produce bags just in Canberra. But if you spend some money, if you buy $5 worth of fruit and veg, then you can get 3 recyclable bags or 3 reusable bags. Now, I've spoken about this in the past. This is the environmentalist push that is slowly going to chip away at our quality of life. It's frustrating enough that we just can't even get normal bags now when we go shopping. You have to buy them all the time. And it's not like those bags weren't reused. I remember having a Facebook argument with one greenie, and he was a double chairer. So just think, someone who needs 2 chairs to sit down. And this guy was quite willing to force his beliefs onto others for the greater good. These are the people that think Labour are right-wing. Okay? This is what we're dealing with now. Now, no one likes pollution, no one likes rubbish. And plastic can, take a long time to break up in the natural environment. And we see all the footage. Remember the old Clean Up Australia Day ads and people worried about plastic getting into the ocean? Well, it's not really a problem in Australia. We've got very good waste management systems in this country. And I remember once I went to a Clean Up Australia Day and I was so disappointed because, well, frankly, all I spent picking up was cigarette butts. So it's just smokers being, chucking them on the ground. That I have an issue with. You take it home with you if you're going to smoke the bloody things. But let's have a look at where plastic waste in the oceans is coming from. So we can see here's a map of the world, and, well, a lot of it seems to come from, China, India, and the Philippines. It's almost like Asia is producing a significant amount of this plastic waste. And where's Australia? What do we produce? America's right up there at 1%. Or 0.5%. But if we look at this table, and this is from our World in Data, and I'll link to it in the references below so you can see, we can have a look here. Australia is, 0.0%. And right at the top, I ordered it by the top, is Asia, then the Philippines, India, then Africa, Malaysia. China is at 7.22%, and Indonesia is 5.79%. So I'm assuming Asia incorporates all of this. You'd think it should, shouldn't it? But Australia isn't the source for this type of stuff, at least in the oceans. And we've got quite good waste management here. It's not something we need to worry about. And these plastic bags, the soft plastic ones, I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm used to being such a poor bastard or cheap. When I was a student, you'd reuse them. There'd be rubbish bags, or my mother would take them and use them for sandwich bags, for those type of things. What we're having to do now with all this shit that's being introduced, we're just having to spend more money. It's decreasing our quality of life. And Coles will probably get a nice ESG rating. This is a dangerous thing that's coming through and manipulating and controlling businesses. It has very, slight, well, I'd say significant fascist overtones where the state is dictating what people can do with their private property and businesses can do with their private property. Anyway, let's have a look here. A feature, it's always a feature, of the fruit and vegetables section at the supermarket giant will be missing from shelves by the end of the month. Okay. Coles will trial a ban. Well, it's not really a ban. They're just being cheap bastards. They want to save money to provide, It's all this woke environmentalist shit, guys. People need to use these bags to buy produce. I wonder if they're going to stop selling all the prepackaged crap that you see here in the background. Those herbs in the little bottles. That's all of that is tremendous embodied energy and wasted resources. It's like all the vegans that are taking all the pills, all the supplements, which, well, sensibly they should do, but just think about all of the plastic that is thrown out and wasted in those little bottles. It's a huge amount, all for nothing. Anyway, we'll trial a ban on plastic fresh produce bags in ACT supermarkets this month as part of an ongoing effort to cut down on single-use plastic waste. But they're not single-use. You can use them again at home. let me know if you did. I remember the shopping bags. We used to use always just as rubbish bags all the time. Single-use plastic fresh produce bags will be removed from all 12 stores across the ACT on September 14th. Boy, the state, do they still have can they still do fireworks and all this illegal pornography and stuff that you could get there? I remember the stuff they could get in ACT that you couldn't get in other states, for the politicians and the civil servants. Now they're going on a bloody ban fest. No gas, no natural gas, no plastic bags to buy your bloody, oranges and lemons. So, from August 31st until September 13th, ACT customers who spend $5 in-store on fruit and veggies will receive a free 3-pack of reusable mesh fresh produce bags made from 90% recycled materials. Who cares? I mean, you know why they're doing this. If you spend $5, you get these reusable bags. Every time you put your stuff in those bags, you're charged at that weight. So you're paying for the same bag again and again and again and again every time you take produce and weigh it in that bag, as opposed to getting a different bag every time that you could use for things. You saw this map here, okay? This isn't Australia's problem. This is India, China, and the Philippines, okay? It's their problem, and Indonesia too, not Australia. Customers will be encouraged to bring reusable bags to help them complete their shop, or they can purchase reusable mesh fresh bags in store. There you go. You can spend your own money. So it's literally a cost transfer from this business to you, and they're going to claim it as some higher virtue bullshit, and the plebs will eat it up. They will eat up this shit. Oh, ban more. I mean, come on. If you don't want to use plastic bags, go to the shop like a smelly hippie, carrying some Hessian bags or something, and don't worry about it. It should be individual choice, but that's not what Australia's about, is it? It's not our country. The initiative is expected to reduce about 11 tonnes of plastic each year. This will be the first time a major Australian supermarket will trial a completely reusable method of helping customers purchase their fresh fruit and veggies. Well, then give the bags out to them. Are you going to discount the fruit and veg? Coles Chief Operation and Sustainability Officer Matt Swindles. Is that really his name? Really? Coles will use the trial to decide whether they should roll out the ban nationally. Plastic produce bags will continue to be used in delis and in Coles online orders. Oh, wait. So they will get to use it. Coles will use it for their own convenience of their staff. But you can't when you go in there. This is just going to be more of a push to order remotely. And paper bags will still be available in the fresh produce section for customers to pack their mushrooms. So you know what's going to happen. Everyone will take the paper bags and you'll be putting onions and all sort of stuff in there. I remember when I was at Woolies working, that's what people would do when the other bags ran out. The supermarket is also working to reduce unnecessary plastic in their own branded products. Removing plastic scoops from the laundry pad. Oh, yeah, I remember that. That's such a stupid thing. What if it's the first time you're buying one of these scoops? All this is greedy cost saving. That's what this is. And let's have a talk about this. I've shown you evidence that this is not, the global plastic pollution in the oceans is not being, Australia is having no significant contribution to it. This is being done to save Coles money. It's being done for political reasons. It's getting the free publicity, and it's probably an attempt to improve the ESG score so the fascists there can manipulate what our freedoms are and just slowly chip away at our quality of life. I know you're going, but Florian, it's just plastic bags. It's just plastic bags. Sure, but it's plastic bags, guys. It's just plastic bags. It's a simple convenience that people use. You tell me what you think. I'm getting sick and tired of this type of stuff. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I want to remind you of my 2 channels that I'm working on at the moment as well, Heise BIM and HeiseSays International. Make sure if you haven't checked them out for content and help me grow those channels, I'd appreciate it. If you want to support us financially, you can via YouTube or Patreon, using our referral links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve or AussieBroadband, buying our pocket squares or calling us if you need an architect. Take care, everyone. Have a great day, and Well, go and in the ACT, go and hoard those plastic bags while you can. I mean, we can't even have a plastic bloody cutlery or spoon anymore. We've got to eat this wood shit that tastes like crap now whenever you buy any takeaway. It's just...